Hello there. God bless you. God bless you. This is Pastor Alphonso Jackson Sr., senior pastor teacher of the Second Baptist Church in what I call the southern part of the kingdom. We're in an area called Richmond Heights. It's a South Dade area. If you're ever in this area, please feel free to look us up. Address is 11111 Pinkston Drive in Miami, Florida. It's a beautiful community, and God is doing great things in our midst. I've been here about 21 years now in this location. I was about 15 years in the Coconut Grove before coming here. I found this to be a wonderful, wonderful ministry. God is doing great things. I succeeded a great man of God by the name of Reverend John Alphonso Ferguson. He was the founding pastor of this church, and I got to be here with him for about 10 years before he made his transition. We've done some awesome things here in this ministry. I guess our claim to fame is a few years ago we built a senior housing apartment complex, 89 units of affordable housing for primarily seniors, 1 and 2 bedroom units, gated community, swimming pool, fitness center, computer lab, modern appliances. We are very, very proud. And God is not finished yet. We're also going to be building a state-of-the-art family life center, a community center here on our premises. And we're going to be a blessing continually to our neighborhood. In fact, our motto here is the church in the heart of the community with the community at heart. Happily married for the past 37 years to a beautiful young lady inside and out, former campus queen at the Bethune-Cookman University in Daytona, Florida, Miss Dewana, formerly Williams Jackson. Been married for 37 years to this beautiful woman, and from that union we have 2 wonderful children. Alphonso Jr. Pastors a church in Miami area along with his lovely wife. They have given us 2 beautiful granddaughters. I'm just talking a little bit to you I don't have a long lesson, so I never really tell you about myself, but I'm so proud of my granddaughters, Allison and Angelina. And I know that most people know now, but we also got one on the way. Yeah, they are pregnant and got a little grandson on the way. I told him if it wasn't a boy, you're going to keep trying again, man. Keep trying again. You got to get that legacy. But this was going to be the last one. And so congratulations to Alphonso and Jamila Jackson on the new addition of their baby boy that soon to come. Well, he on the way. And then our daughter, Brianna, she is a graduating senior this year. And she'll be off to college in the fall, and we're very proud of her. She is into performing arts. She is my wife calls her a beautiful dancer, and so we are very proud of you, Brianna, and looking forward to empty nest. Hey, Greg, what do you do with the empty nest? You're not there yet? Jerry, what do you do with the empty nest? Not there yet either. Trey, what about the empty nest? We're going to find out at the same time. Their daughter, Asia, is headed off to college in the fall as well. And so if you have any suggestions for us, those empty nesters, we're accepting suggestions as to, what do you do? What do you do when you're not dropping off, picking up, going here? Daddy, I need this. You mean no more nails, feet, and hair Really? Okay, looking forward to it. That's going to be in the fall. But tonight, well, I just wanted to just say a few words to our singles and then a few words to the couple. This is really setting up. This is really setting up. This is really setting up for a couples conference that we have coming up next weekend, actually. It's going to be on Friday here at Second Baptist Church. Please, you can call the church to get the information of where to register for this conference. It's a wonderful conference. It's a free conference. And if we have enough in attendance, it qualifies us for a free weekend at a 5-star resort. Now, I know that the COVID is real, and I know that we're living in difficult times, but I don't know how you feel about it, but I am encouraged to know that the numbers are going down. Greg, you work in healthcare. You notice that the numbers are going down. Less and less people are being hospitalized. More and more people are being vaccinated. We really feel that the corner is being turned on the COVID. We've returned to worship here at Second Baptist. We're still social distancing. We still are limiting numbers, but we're back, man. We're back worshiping, and we thought that couples have taken such a hard hit over this pandemic that it would be wise for us to have some. So at 7 o'clock on next week, Friday, that's the first Friday in the month of May, we're going to be having a workshop here at the church, but you have to sign up. So you can call the church, 305-232-0499, extension 100, and get information on how to sign up. You do not have to be a member of Second Baptist to participate. In fact, if we don't get enough couples, we're still going to meet, but the resort part would be in jeopardy if we don't get a certain amount of couples. So please sign up. Well, the single folks that are out there on tonight, you say, Pastor, you've been married for 37 years. What you know about being single? Okay, I ain't never been in jail either, but I know about prisons, and so I don't have to, I've been single, I know, and I talk to singles, I counsel singles, I feel like I have some information to share. Don't be hating on me because I'm on TV talking about it. I'm telling you that God has a high calling for singles. I better know we have more single folks in this church than married folks. In fact, married folks trying to be single and the single folks trying to be married. I don't know. I'm trying to get the single people to stop acting like they're married, and I'm trying to get the married people to stop acting like they're single. God, Lord, have mercy. But God is blessing us, and we're thankful for it. I taught a lesson. Well, let me tell you this. When you're single, it does matter. Labels do matter. Labels do matter. Age, when you go to college, labels do matter. When people say, "This is my friend," well, I won't know what kind of friend that is. When she come home from college and say, "Daddy, this is my friend," well, I don't know what that means. I got to know what friends means. I don't know what and y'all got to make sure it means the same thing to each other. And the first kind of friend, that's the only kind of friend I want Brianna to have, is casual friends. Casual friends. I love them. Casual friends. I always make sure that Brianna have enough money on these little casual dates. I want to make sure she can get to the restaurant, and she got enough money, because I don't want nobody to say, I bought you a Big Mac, don't you? No, man, I want you to make sure that you understand this is casual. And to you young ladies out there, don't be expecting people to be paying for everything. It's a casual date. It's a casual outing, because sometimes people have unrealistic expectations that come along with them little dates. And that's why I say the daddies ought to date. Greg, Trey, the daddies, we date daughters. We date our daughters. Yeah, we show them how the date supposed to go, how they supposed to act on the date. And so casual friendship is the first level, but then after casual, sometimes it can move into something a little stronger when you move into common friendships. Common friendships, them the kind that might get invited back to Miami, because you're going all the way to Gainesville and Bree's going to Tampa. So they may have a little common friendship, Common friendships are when you have things in common, because these young people today, they be dating people they ain't got nothing in common with. It's like they only want one thing. They only want, mine is single focus. But you ought to like some of the same things. You ought to enjoy some of the same things. You ought to be able to flow with each other. That's some commonality. You spend time with people and you decide that, hey, we do have some things in common. Now, when they come visit, if they are the opposite sex, I'm going to help you find a hotel room. Hello, it ain't like that. I guess I'm just old-fashioned. Pastor, you so old-fashioned. It ain't like that. No, I'll help you find a little Motel 6 down the road. Well, we got a little nice hotel up the street there. We can do that. No, you stay at home. But Daddy, no, I don't want you to. So that's common friendship. Now, common friendships, if it develops, it moves into a more committed type of a friendship. When they say, this is my friend, then that's a little stronger commitment with that. Sometimes you get into exclusivity in that level of friendship. Now, if you don't have that, and make sure it go both ways, it's 50-50 on that one. Make sure that you ain't the only one in the thing. In other words, your girlfriend can't have a boyfriend. Amen. You got to make sure it's exclusive in that. And when you find that level of commitment. But I want to say that, that's not the purpose of college. Hello, is to get an MRS degree. That's not the purpose of college. But some people move into the area of commitment. But then after commitment, you get into covenant, and that gets into marriage. And so that's a very serious thing there. But you need friendship before covenant. Sometimes people jump into covenant and they haven't really developed the friendship. Lust and love. Oh, they're like the wheat and the tare. It seems like they're the same. How do you know the difference between lust and love? Lord, help our young people know the difference between real love and lust. And not just the young people either. We get so infatuated so fast. You just met somebody and you in love. How you in love already? And you just met them. You don't even know everything about them. You just crazy, man. In the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 13, there was a man by the name of Amnon. Amnon was the son, or one of the sons of David. Amnon, it's a prince. He's one of the sons of David. David had a lot of children, but he had another son. His name was Absalom. And the way the scripture implies, it says that Tamar was the sister of Absalom, but it didn't say she was the sister of Amnon. But Amnon and Absalom are brothers. If I had time, I explain to you how situations like that come about. But Amnon and Absalom are brothers, but Absalom has a sister. She's beautiful. Her name is Tamar. But that's his sister. And whether that's your stepsister or half-sister, whatever you say, but that's your sister. And the Bible says that Amnon was in love with Tamar. He was in love with his half-sister, sister. He was in love with her so much until it was making him sick. And that's how some people feel. They feel like, I love you so much, I gotta have you. I love you so much that I wanna be with you. I love you so much until I'm aching to be with you. I need physical. I feel the urge to merge. I need you. I need you. If you love me, you be with me. You've loved me back. It's a physical thing. It was a physical thing. But he said, I love her. I love her so much that it was making him sick. And so you got to be careful of your little friends and them. He had a little friends, really it was his cousin. One of his cousins said, man, you the prince. You don't have to be tripping like that. Set up a little situation in the house where Amnon pretended to be sick and asked his dad came to see him. What's wrong, man? You want me to send a doctor? No, Dad, I'm sick, but I don't want no doctor. Could you send my sister to bring me some soup? Because you know how she can make that soup, how she make that, she cut up the sausage and she cut up the shrimp, and she cut up all the stuff in the soup. Look at her making you hungry. She make the soup and she can do that. And Dad said, okay. So sends for Tamar. Tamar is totally unsuspecting. She don't know it's like that. And my man clears the house, sort of like Sister Potiphar's did, and he rapes her. He rapes her. He rapes her while she's pleading for him not to do it. She's saying, don't do this. Don't do this. But I love you. I love you so much. I got to have you. Hey, come close. That ain't love. That's not love. Love does not force itself on people, and love does not make you do anything that you're not comfortable with doing. Don't fuss at the people, Pastor. Don't. I know. I'm sorry. I'm turning it down. But that's just crazy, man. It's crazy to think if my convictions are not there, I'm not where you are right now. You can't force me. No still means no. It means no. There's a lot of, on campuses, especially like you're going to date rape, wherein people will look at you and say, well, you must have known what was going to happen. You with him, you on a date with him. I mean, it's your fault too. Y'all in that situation. Wait a minute, you gonna get him all that? No, but no still means no. No still means no. If you say no and they talk about they love you and they don't respect that, they don't really love you. I'll show you what happened. The Bible says when Amnon had her, when Amnon had Tamar, that the record says that as soon as he has her, as soon as he's satisfied, as soon as he gets what he really, really wanted, check this out, it says, he hated her as much as he loved her. He hated her as much as he loved her. Once he got what he wanted, he was through with her. In fact, she begged him not to treat her like that. He had her put out of his house. He didn't want anything else to do with her. 5 minutes ago, he couldn't keep his hands off of her. He loved her. 5 minutes later, he hates her. I'm trying to tell you, there is a difference between love and lust. And the sooner you find that out, the better you will be. And so, that's my segment for singles on tonight. I like to spend a little time with the couples. This is not a long segment tonight. This is expensive for me, having my camera crew out here. This is live. This ain't even recorded. This is live. Hey, this is live. And so you got these people out here this time of night trying to work for food. No, I got to get them out of here. But I only came on tonight as a precursor to what we're going to be doing on Friday. We usually do this on the first Fridays, but on that first Friday, we'll be in our marriage workshop prayerfully. And so to the singles, now use this segment to find out, the kind of person that you want and that you would like to have in your life. To the husbands first. To the husband first. You want to be the man. I'm the man. Pastor, tell them about that part about submit. Can you talk about that part about submit? Submit. Wives, submit yourself unto your husband. For he is the head of the wife as Christ is the head of the church. You preaching real good, Pastor. Preaching real good, Pastor. But see, with headship comes responsibility. With headship comes responsibility. You know what the problem with marriage is? And I can speak this from 37 years. But you know what the problem with marriages is? That we care more about rights than responsibility. Rights and responsibility. I got a right. The Bible says, your body don't belong to you. Your body belong to me. You want to quote scriptures now. Your body did that. The Bible said this, the Bible said that. But you want to talk about rights. But if you really fulfilled responsibilities, then you wouldn't have to worry about rights. And so as a husband, knowing that 1 out of every 2 marriages end in divorce, that's such a high percentage. 1 out of every 2 marriages end in divorce. So one of the leading causes of marriages not working today, one of the leading causes of stumbling blocks in relationships. I'm talking plain tonight, okay? I can give you my pastor speech if you want to, and I can tell you about putting God first, having a Christ-centered marriage, making sure that Christ is in charge of everything, and that's a wonderful thing, and all that is true. There's a however with that as well. However, Christians are getting divorced also. Pastors and deacons and ministers and church folks, they're also getting divorced as well. And so I'm not talking to you about church stuff tonight. I'm talking to you about some real stuff on tonight. One of the number one leading causes of marriages not being successful is the lack of training. The lack of training. We get married and we don't know nothing. A lot of times we have no model. I counsel people, they haven't even seen what a successful marriage look like. You mean to tell me your partner's in the street, they gonna tell you how to be a good husband? Your Uncle Bubba gonna tell you how to be a good husband? He can't even come to the family reunion. Hit that joker, he out there drunk most of the time. No, so the lack of training is. And so for the brothers, first of all, there are 3 essentials. You start talking about love. I was telling you about love and lust. 3 essentials with love, first of all, to the brothers. 3 essentials to love. First of all, there is companionship, there is passion, and then it is what I call genuine love. There is companionship, which is friendship. And then there is passion, which we call erotic love. And then there is genuine love, which is agape love. Now that's the problem, man. Who's teaching this? Who's telling you this? It's a triangle. And all sides need to be there for it to be a triangle. If you have passion without the genuine love and without companionship, that ain't gonna last. And if you got companionship, but you got no passion, but you're married though, then you just got a roommate. They all go together. Companionship is important. That's one of the foundational keys, is getting to be friends first. Is getting to know people, getting to like people. How you love me before you like me. How you love me before you like me. You gotta like a person. I gotta like you, because sometimes we stop liking people, but by then, hopefully, you will start loving them. Because if I never really got to like you and I start trying to love you, you're going to end up in a lot of frustration. It's a lot of frustrated. You see, out of that one out of every two couples in a divorce, there's a whole nother group that's still married but ain't happy. They're not happily married. They're still in the 50% that's still married, but they're not happy. Companionship is important. Finding out about each other, your likes and dislikes, and find out about each other. Find out how you respond when you get mad. You're going to do the Al Green thing with the hot grits. Was it Al Green with the hot grits? Huh? Oh, before Madeira and Tyler Perry, before Madeira and Tyler Perry, was it Al Green that the wife pulled the hot grits? Oh, this group don't know. Well, Greg, he would have known. But a lot of times, if you don't know how a person responds when they upset, then you don't know how a person really is, because sometimes people change, and you may not be able to handle that. I'm counseling couples like, well, Pastor, we never have an argument. We never have it. I say, don't get married. Don't get married then. Wait until you find out how they're going to act. Because sometimes they throw hands. Tell me, I would never hit her, but you ain't never been mad. If you're so mad that you got to punch a wall, that's a sign. You know, if you even talk about hitting somebody, oh my gosh. One brother say, man, I would never hit my wife, but I would sure shake her to death. I'll shake her to death. No, man, don't lay hands on her. That ain't your child. But sometimes when you don't get to know people, then you end up marrying a monster. Sometimes they end up like a snake in Genesis, end up like a dragon in Revelation. And so the companionship piece is important. You start off as friends. And then the passion is important as well, erotic love. Some people talk bad about eros love, but you need some eros love. You need to keep love alive. The Bible said that the priest's job was to keep the fire on the altar burning. You got to keep that love alive, man. You got to keep it. You got to keep it alive, man. You got to keep that fire burning. You heard me say over and over again, and first thing that when we got into this spot tonight, I said, hey, change the thermostat. Change the temperature on the thermostat. Sometimes there's a key on the box, won't let everybody change it, because everybody can't change the temperature. But there's also a thermometer. A thermometer registers the temperature. In a marriage, the woman is a thermometer and the man is the thermostat. The woman is a thermometer, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. She gonna tell you what the temperature is. It's hot in here. It's cold in here. You need to do this. You don't never do that. Never do that. No, you don't never do that. Never. That's a big word. You always. I always do that. I'll never come home on time. Wait a minute. I'll never do this. But that's the temperature, man. She's just reading the temperature, and the temperature, the thermometer. It can go in every room in the house. Every room in the house. You got one room is pretty good. Then you go in another room, it's warm in here. It's too warm in here. That's her job. She's the thermometer. But that thermostat, it got the power to change the temperature. There ain't no thermostat in every room. No, man. Ain't no thermostat. We got 2 thermostats in this big old building. It's just one thermostat controls all the offices on that side of the building. The thermostat is grounded. It's grounded on something. There are wires to it. It's connected to the unit. And that's the man. He ought to be connected to the power. He has power to control the temperature. And I really believe that God has given us that kind of authority. Anyway, that's passion. I was kind of passionate about that, but I think that when marriages lose the passion, it leads to a lot of frustration. It leads to a lot of frustration. In the earlier years, you'll see in the men the passionate, but in the later years, they say that it's the women that become more. This is what I heard. I heard that when they get older, the men say, "I got a headache tonight." I heard, this is what I heard. Now, I don't know this. I ain't got that point yet, but they say the men be in there pretending like they sleep. The woman be like, hey, Bubba, wake up, Bubba. In all them years, you've been trying to wake her up. All them years, you've been trying to make sure she ain't got a headache. All them years, you've been pursuing her. And then when you get older, okay, I'm just saying what I'm saying. Passion is important. Move on, Pastor. Move on. Okay, so then you got that genuine love. That's agape love. That is Christ-centered love. See, know what's important about that? It ain't no, I'll only do this if you do that kind of love. And a lot of times when marriages get like that, I give you some gas if you give me some. I'll cook for you if you do this, or if you give me money to go shopping, then I'll clean your room. You're making deals and bargains and different things, but that's not. You don't have to. When you have this kind of love, it don't even matter how you act. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna. We in this together, and I'm gonna do for you, even if you don't do for me, because I'm not doing it for you to do it for me. But when you're immature, these things kind of happen. Hey, I got some things here that I've noted that show up sometimes to the men when our love is low, when our maturity level is low. It leads to jealousy. Jealousy is caused by a fear of losing something or losing someone. Then you will see jealousy, and sometimes people run jealousy and envy in together, but actually they're a little different. Envy is a desire to possess what someone else has. And when you become envious of your spouse, you want to possess something that they have, but it turns into a competition wherein you're supposed to complement each other, not compete with each other. And so you have jealousy, you have envy, and then that leads to anger. Anger is the inner turmoil and frustration that we feel when you can't control people or circumstances, when people can't have their way, when people can't manipulate or control someone, they get mad and it leads to frustration. And then sometimes that leads to loneliness. Loneliness is not just the absence of a person, but loneliness is the dependence on other people for your happiness. You think only single people are lonely? Man, single people got it going on, man. These people, single people, you feeling sorry for them. Man, I'm so sorry you ain't got nobody. You know what? Though you got somebody and you more lonely than the person that don't have anybody, because loneliness is not about a person so much as a person being with you, but it's depending on people to bring you happiness. Is when you become lonely. It's a state of mind. It's a feeling. It's an emotional feeling. Not just because you get married thinking that I ain't gonna be lonely no more. What do the lonely do at Christmas? You know, you thinking that song is just about single folks, but it's some married people singing the same song. What do the lonely do at Christmas? Because they depended on somebody that's undependable to bring them happiness, and they found out that we're only complete in Jesus Christ. And so those are some things there. Okay, I have more to say to the men. Fortunately, ladies, men than to the ladies. Even though I know that there are probably more ladies tuned in tonight than are the men. That's how it always is. But hey, this is what I have tonight. One of the major stumbling blocks, brothers, one of the major stumbling blocks for most husbands is, survey says, failing to meet your wife's needs from her viewpoint. Failing to meet your wife's needs from her viewpoint. Not what you think and what you feel, but from her viewpoint. Here's what I mean. These are some of the things that it is said that women, from their viewpoint, expect from a man. She expects to feel she is very valuable in your life. She is very valuable in your life. She is your MVP. She is your most valuable person. She is more valuable than your mother. Yes, I'll say it again. She is more valuable than your mama, you mama's boy. Your wife is not in competition with your mother. It's a different dynamic altogether. But there is no relationship that supersedes marriage. Marriage is as close to God's relationship as you're going to get. So therefore, she's got to at least make her feel that way. At least make her feel that way. It's making her feel more important than the children. We're going to find out, Asia. We're going to find out in a few months. From now, we're going to find out how important the baby girl. Amen. We're going to see. Hey, we're going to see. I want y'all to take notice who's going to be gone on the road more, me or Travis? Going to... Because Greg don't count because he had boys that leave. I want to see what happens when his daughter goes off someplace. You can say, hey, where's Greg? So that's cool. That's cool. But your wife is the MVP. She is the most invaluable person. Now, if she is a priority, you know what a priority is? A priority is whatever gets the best of your time, your resources, and your energy. That's a priority. Whatever gets the best, not the most, because sometimes jobs do require longer hours. But the best of it, the best of it, the best of your time, because we make time for what we want to do. We make time for what we want to do. So whatever gets the best of your, the best of your time, the quality of your time and your resources. If that person is a priority, then why they look like who did it and got away with it? Huh? Why they driving a hoop deal? Why they can't get nails, feet, and hair done? But you look all GQ, looking like stepped out of GQ magazine. But she need to be got it going on too. The resources are important. Where your money is, your treasure is, that's where your heart will be. Greg, I bought my wife the car that she wanted before I bought my truck. What you want, babe? What you want? You want to drive this Mercedes? Okay, I get that. That you like your car? You like your car, honey? You like your car? Good car. All right, I'm going to order me this truck so I can drive the truck I want. Don't be saying nothing now. I got yours first. I got yours first. All right. I've ordered my truck. Amen. And I got what I wanted in the truck. Amen. But I make sure. And then the best of your energy. I understand the long hours on the job. I understand you got to do what you got to do. You got to bring home the bacon and sometimes cook it too. But your energy, you can't be tired all the time. They done got the butter from the duck today, baby. Got the butter from the duck every day. So you ain't got time to do nothing that she want to do because, well, I'm trying to make it nice for you. I'm trying to be better. You got a bigger house and a worse home. Man, you gotta make them the MVP. Hey, listen, look at my time. Hey, hey, listen, you got to know how to share intimate moments. They got to be able to share intimate moments of comfort without demanding an explanation or a lecture. She got to be able to tell you about her day without you trying to fix it for her, without you trying to give her answers. Sometimes she don't need answers. She just need an ear to listen to. She don't need you to fix, because the first thing, because we hear faster than they talking, right? So while they talking, we already got the solution. Well, listen, tomorrow when you go in there, this is what you do. And they be like, oh, baby, I just need you to hear me. And I think that sometimes we fail when we don't do that. Here's number 3, unobstructed communication. Unobstructed communication. Can I talk to you without Sports Center? Can I talk to you without your eyes wandering all over? I hear with my ears, not with my eyes. No, I want your eyes and your ears. I want you to. I want some conversation with you that's unobstructed. And so sometimes you have to pick times for the communication. Sometimes it's just not the right time to do that. I want to pick a time that we can talk, that we could, communicate, because communication is not that osmosis thing, but communication. Number 4, make comments and suggestions without the fear of retaliation. Man, I'm and it's, when the Bible talks about the word is like a two-edged sword, while I'm trying to cut you, I'm cutting myself too. It's not like I'm sitting here like I got an A on all this stuff. I got to tell you the truth, even if it's me being cut by it myself. You got to be able, people got to be able to speak to you constructively without you getting in your feelings all the time, without you retaliating. Can they offer a suggestion? Or is it your way all the time? Is it that you are the only one that know something? Are you the only one that know? Or can somebody else have something to say also? And when they do you jump down their throat? Little brothers, if you're doing that, and I have to catch myself sometimes and say, hey, don't be that way. Don't be that way. Catch yourself, because you got some frustrated spouses, and after, you know what happened? After a while, they just stopped saying anything. They just stopped saying anything. Go ahead on and do it then, Superman. Go ahead on and do it until you run into that kryptonite. Then what's going to happen? You're going to need somebody to move the kryptonite from you. I'm going to be standing there looking at you like, go ahead and move. You did everything else by yourself. Go ahead on. Superman can't move no kryptonite by itself. Okay, move on, Pastor. Somebody that will defend and protect her. Defend, and even if it's to your family. Don't be letting nobody talk about your wife, man. Don't let nobody. My family can't talk about my wife. My wife ain't got to be there. She ain't gonna be on the menu because she ain't at the table. That ain't like that, man. No, man. I'm not gonna take your side against my wife either. Even if I don't agree with her, we have to talk about that at home. But I ain't finna disagree with her in public. Hello? Don't do that. Don't put them down. Don't talk about them like that. That's I don't talk about nothing I'm a part of. Okay. She wants the kind of man that her son can follow and her daughter would want to marry. Does that make sense? She wants the kind of husband that her son could want to be like, and her daughter would say, I want to marry somebody like my daddy. I want to marry somebody that know how to take care. I want to marry somebody that's nice to my mom. I see the way my dad treat my mom, and I want a husband one day to treat me like that. So you got to model that in front of the children. Okay, and I'm gonna stop there. That's enough. My team is all, hey, they about to blink the lights on me here. They about to blink the lights on me here. How to increase your husband's desire to want to spend quality time with you? How do you increase your husband's desire to want to spend quality time with you? How about you have a part to play also with that? How about you on your part as well? There's two sides to every argument. There's there ain't just no one person. He didn't do this, he ain't there, but you ain't do some things along the way also. And so what are some of the seeds that you can plant to produce the kind of harvest that you want? What are some of the seeds that you as a wife can plant to grow the kind of harvest? And I don't have time to go through the entire list. I'm sorry, but my time is almost out. I don't know what I gotta do, Trey. I gotta eliminate the singles, or I got to give less information. What happened, man? What? I don't have nobody singing. I don't have announcements. Oh, I spent too much time with introductions. That's probably what happened tonight. Okay, but what are some of the seeds? Number one, admiration. Admiration. There's something that's called the law of admiration. The law of admiration is that people are attracted to those that admire them, but they are repelled by those who belittle or who look down on them. Adoration, admiration, to admire them. A husband wants not just the people to admire him, but he wants his spouse to admire him. It doesn't matter how many commendations he gets on his job. It doesn't matter how many plaques he gets. He can be employee of the month, employee of the year, teacher of the year, have his own parking spot and everything. And everybody on the job think he's the greatest. And he come home, take out the trash. That's what you do. You take out the trash. You do that. But admire him and let him know. Brag on him. Let people know that you are proud to be his wife, or that he is your husband. Admiration goes a long way. Seeds of love. Love him his way. It ain't hard to love a man. It's harder for a man to love a woman because a woman changes all of the time. Am I still on the women, or am I on the men now? What am I on? Which one am I on? Okay, but we need the women to love him and to love on him. Find out what his language is and stop performing your love language on him, trying to get him to give you what your love language is. That's a form of manipulation. Give him what he wants. Love him his way. Love on him. If his love language is physical touch him. If his love language is gifts, it don't have to cost a lot. If his love language is acts of service, then perform acts of service. You can do it if you want to, but love him. Love him. It's an action word. That's a great seed. There's another seed called understanding and accepting. Understanding and accepting. Even Shaft, he was a complicated man, and the only one can understand him was his woman. That's what that Shaft. I'm talking about Shaft. I'm trying to tell you, understanding and accepting him. He may not be like others are. One thing, women, don't ever compare your husband to somebody else. Don't ever do that, please. Don't ever say, I wish you was more like John. I wish you were more like, Captain Sam. I wish you was more like somebody. No. You work with what you have. You understand him and you accept him. He is God's gift to you. You build him up. You build them up. I still say that a woman has the power to make him or break him. She got the power to make him or break him. She has some power. She ain't the thermostat. I've established that. But thermometers are important also. Sometimes he don't even know it's too hot in here. He don't even know how cold it is. It's cold and he just go get a jacket. It's hot. He just go pull off the... Negro, you got the thermostat right there. Go adjust the thermostat. But it's how you do it. It's the way you do it. I told you about the senator that pulls up to the service station, and she's with her. He's with his wife, and he's a prominent, high-ranking senator as well. He pulls up to the service station, and he recognizes a guy that his wife used to date, and he decides he jab at her, and he says, "Hey, Isn't there, look at that, and Travis over there pumping gas. And she said, yeah, that's Trey. And he says, ha, ha, ha. What do you think would have happened if you would have been with him instead of me? And she looks at him and said, well, you would have been pumping gas and he would have been a senator. And I said, that's a woman that knows her worth. That's a woman that knows how valuable. You got the power to build him up. You can do that. You can make him feel like a king if you wanted to. You know how to please him. You know what he needs. You can knock him out. I've got kids. Okay, you can knock that joker out. Have him twiggling his toes and going on. You go on, finish watching your stories. I'm trying to tell you, you have to understand him and accept him. Man, I wish I didn't have to go, man. I wish I had more time. Wish I had more time. Man, if I go 1 minute over 10 o'clock, I'll be in overtime, time and a half. You don't understand. You don't understand. I got to go. Listen, we got to go. Listen, I'm closing up a book here now. It's been good. I've enjoyed sharing with you all on tonight. And I hope that you all have been blessed. There's some takeaways. Guys, women, listen, I promise you, I'm going to start with the women first next time because I had a whole list of stuff. But I thought it was important that we did what we did. God bless you. Listen, again, on Friday, on this next week, Friday, there will be a couples workshop. And who's got a calendar? Who got the date on that? Is it the 7th, I think it is? The 7th at 7 o'clock here at Second Baptist Church, 11111 Pinkston Drive. Again, the telephone number is 305-232-0499, extension 100. I to speak to Miss Mildred Carlo. I have to speak with her, and she'll direct you to Reverend Cynthia Lyons, and then she'll direct you to, no, just do that. And we need to get a certain amount of couples, or we won't have the benefit of the special program, the ambiance, the food, the sponsorship, the resorts. All that's going to be free to us. But right now, we only had like 25 couples. We need double that. We need at least 50 couples. And we have to have that by Tuesday. By Tuesday, when they check back with us on Tuesday, if we don't have the 50 couples, then we'll just we're still going to meet on Friday the 7th, but I'll be passing the hat trying to buy some wings and potato salad. But if we get our 50 couples, oh boy, surf and turf, man, we're going to be doing great. But y'all got to do that, please. Don't wait to get to the door to sign up, because they have to have, it's a federal program, they have to know the count of who's coming. They got to have at least 50 or they won't do it. They have to have 50 couples or they won't do it. So we need you to sign up. We need you to come and to be a part of that. But you got to register in order to be a part of it. God bless you. It is 9:59. Hey, I love you. It's a great being with you. And, oh, boy, look at the time. I got to go. God bless you. I hope that you enjoyed sharing with you. Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night. I'm giving you a minute back. Can I get any change back from the minute I get? God bless you. Good night, everybody.